Welcome, it's Bill from cruisehabit.com. We'll give everyone just a second to come in. We're going to have a ship out in front of us in just a minute, so we have a moment anyway. Thank you for joining us wherever you are on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. Be sure you follow and subscribe. We've got lots of new content on YouTube now that we're putting out ship tours, news updates, cabin tours, and more. Flip the camera for a sec as we wait for some. I'm Bill from cruisehabit.com. Now that people are coming in, thank you for joining us. We're out here at Dr. Von de Missel Johnson State Park in Fort Lauderdale. Port Everglades is right over there, as are 3 cruise ships. There were actually 4 in port today that were leaving, one of them being Celebrity Edge. And you know what? She left early. The rest are leaving late. That's the way it goes sometimes. So we missed some of those. We got here just in time to watch Edge leave from our car. Oh, well. But still 3 cruise ships leaving today. One of them, Holland America's Eurodam. Hello, Larissa. I will mic up Larissa real quick. One of them, Holland America's Eurodam, which is actually delayed. They asked for a pilot now, I believe, at 5:30. She had some propulsion issues, so there was they brought on some people, or they sent some people in the water, all of the above, I don't know. But they were working on that. We'll see if that happens. Odyssey of the Seas is scheduled for 8 minutes ago, I believe. And Caribbean Princess, I think, was scheduled for an hour and 8 minutes ago. She's the one that's finally on the move. I will say it's, given the return of cruising, which we're so excited about, it is a little hard to keep track because there are so many changes now. I'm going to flip the camera around so that I can show you the ships as they come out, and so I can start reading comments without getting freakishly close to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is the view of the bay. We're going to see some ships coming out right there. We'll move the camera on as they get closer.
Hi, Brandon.
Brandon, oh, my one job was text you, and I kept it in the very front part of my mind until I was sitting on a rock, almost sleeping, waiting for this to happen. Hello, Wilson. Playing with this new interface here. Brandon, long time no talk. Brandon, indeed. Brandon, I didn't think about this. It is kind of a U shirt, actually. Maybe we'll match. I ended up matching with Craig one night on the Cruise Habit group cruise on Celebrity Apex just a couple weeks ago. Put a picture of that in the live blog over at cruisehabit.com. We were in the exact same shirt, but it was same cut
colors,
and the same colors.
And both wearing jeans.
Yes. Joy, hello there. Thank you for joining. So as mentioned, we're going to see Caribbean Princess in front of us in just a minute. She's number 2 of 4 today, but number 1 was Edge, and she is way out there on the horizon. I don't even know if we'll be able to zoom in to see her. Does this even let me zoom in? It doesn't let me zoom in, so we're definitely not going to be able to zoom. But that dot above that person's head, that is Edge. And out there also on the horizon is Celebrity Silhouette, I think it was. She was just, I think, in getting some supplies. They sent to tender in, and then she went back out. How do I reset the screen here? There we go.
How cold do you think the water is?
How cold do I think the water is? Did somebody ask that? I don't see that.
No,
you're just wondering if you're going to jump in?
Yeah,
okay. Colder than you want it to be. How's that? Warm for most people watching, I would say. Brandon, you just made excursion reservation for Apex last night for the April sailing. I'll tell you, Brandon, I know that, that you and Kathy liked Edge, as do we. And Apex, there was only more to love, right? Very, very similar Edge and Apex. But all the differences that there are on Apex, I thought were really great ones, ranging from just more shade in some places to craft social over the regular casino bar.
That was a huge improvement. The space is larger. It's, it doesn't actually open to the casino, which I thought it would, but it's kind of nice because it gives you that separation, right? It feels like its own lounge. So
yeah, it was a nice, simple but nice improvement.
Yeah. And of course, there's still service to the casino, so you can order drinks there, even though there's not a casino bar technically.
Brandon, I've not been on. So we sailed on Millennium, the very first cruise back after the madness in it was June 5th out of St. Martin, and had an absolutely wonderful cruise. That ship and that class of ship, because of that, will always have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
If you guys are watching this on the replay, by the way, we're streaming this on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So make sure you're following and you subscribe on all of those platforms. We do share quite a bit of live video and updates from ships at sea. And in fact, next week we are still on land. We're on land for a couple more weeks. This is starting today, I think, the longest period of time that we've been on land since June, or since before June.
That's true.
So
It really is.
next week, however, we're not going to be live from a cruise, but we will go live from Port Miami because Terminal V is going to be opening. That's Virgin Voyages' bespoke terminal, and it looks gorgeous. I'm looking forward to being there for the grand opening and sharing that with you guys.
That should be really fun.
Let's see. Francis, if you are going to be on Edge next Sunday, make sure you take a look at the Edge and, for that matter, the Apex content over on cruisehabit.com. Edge immediately became just our favorite series of ship, like kind of our go-to, right? Absolutely gorgeous, so unique, and I think is going to be changing things in the industry and expectations for many, many years. Brandon still dealing with the touchscreen interface. Buying the premium package for Apex on Apex just for Craft Social. Yeah, so if you have an always included fare and you want to upgrade to a premium beverage package from the, I think they call it the Classic, whatever the included one is, it's only about $11 a day. I think $11.60, something like that, after taxes and whatnot.
You're going to love Craft Social, Brandon.
And it'll give Brandon the opportunity
all of the
to have dirt, as he calls it. I believe it was called Earth.
On Apex, yeah, but no dirt.
Let's see.
You know what?
Friends have already watched. Fantastic. If you have any questions, of course, you can always reach out. If anyone has any cruise questions at any time, you can reach out on social media or in the comments on YouTube or our posts on cruisehabit.com. Looking over my shoulder, I see the ship. So now we're just waiting for her to finish her move out of the turning basin and into the channel here, Stranahan River, at the entrance to Port Everglades. Scott, Laura, I'm so glad you brought that up. Actually, where'd my notes? They're in my pocket. I had notes, and one of my notes was about, sort of about Spirit and Jacksonville, and that's because Carnival announced a couple additional vessel retirements, and I put. I actually have a list. I should go update that of ships from, at the very start of COVID. I said, here are the ships that are going, just because there were high operational cost ships and stuff like that. And I want to see, I don't remember all of them that were on there, but you mentioned Spirit, Jacksonville, and Ecstasy, which was kind of in that mix of things, was one of them. And Ecstasy, Ecstasy's leaving and this is, listen, it's nothing against Ecstasy, but I felt like it's when you hear about a celebrity dying and you go, I thought they died a long time ago. But Carnival doing some fleet cleanup, and I don't think it's a bad thing. They're getting rid of ships that are really high to really expensive to maintain, and they've got a lot of new tonnage coming with Mardi Gras already out there, and then the new Mardi Gras class vessels coming out. And man, Mardi Gras, I know Scott saw it, absolutely a gorgeous vessel.
And actually, I didn't know that Carnival Edge was still sailing, but that was
Carnival Ecstasy.
Ecstasy, I mean, what I say, Edge. Carnival Ecstasy was still sailing, but that was the very first ship I think I ever.
I believe that's true. We'll be sharing photos of that later on.
Yeah.
Karen, what is the temperature? Larissa, can you check that?
Yeah, it's 70.
I meant to do that.
I already did. It's 78, 77.
77. And it's I've been standing out in shorts right on the water with the breeze as the sun's setting, so it feels a little bit cooler. It feels absolutely lovely right now.
The breeze is cool, but it's pretty nice.
Let's see. Oh, so she's coming up. I'm going to pivot the camera in just a second here, but I forgot I could do this. I did want to share a quick picture. I mentioned the Apex group cruise from a couple weeks ago. That's one of the pictures that we took on the group excursion that we did, and I'm looking really forward to announcing some of the group events coming up that we'll be doing on our next cruise on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. You can go to virginvoyages.com for more virginvoyagesgroupcruise.com for more information there. So here we are. Here is finally coming into view. Scott, by the way, I'm curious. I'm very interested to see what they put in Jacksonville. Jacksonville deserves some nicer ships. You know, she's been maturing as a cruise port, becoming more popular, as of many of the drive ports. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Caribbean Princess, there's the horn. She's heading off, I believe. I say I believe just because, again, schedules have been changing a lot lately. I believe 7 nights going to Princess Cay, St. Thomas, and St. Kitts. She's been sailing since April 3rd of 2004, so she's coming up on a birthday here. 113,000 gross tons. It's actually a modified Grand Class ship. And the way in which she's modified is that she does not have an enclosed pool like the other Grand Class ships. She doesn't need it, because she stays in the Caribbean all year round. Scott Laura with the shameless plug. I look forward to hearing how your Liberty sailing goes there, Scott. Doug, I will not be watching Wonder of the Seas Maiden Voyage from here, because I'll be watching Wonder of the Seas Maiden Voyage from somewhere over there, and it'll move along, because I will be on Wonder of the Seas Maiden Voyage in a month. Beth, it is wonderful seeing ships with passengers out there again. I am so glad to be back. Glad everyone is back. I will tell you what's not back, and this is sad, but I figured I'd give an update because we talked about this on a live video a week or two ago. Crystal Symphony and Serenity have both been seized for unpaid bills, part of the whole Genting debacle, the large corporation that has run out of money, so Crystal Cruise is gone. For now, we'll see what ends up happening, especially with the river line. I'm interested in seeing what happens with that. And speaking of river cruises, we are actually looking at doing a river cruise later this year. Still trying to figure out exactly what that's going to be, what line and what route, what time of year. But I'm excited. I've never done a river cruise, so that's going to be something that I look very forward to experiencing myself, but also sharing with you guys. Wonder of the Seas, we mentioned coming March 4th. We'll be on board for that. Very excited. Wonder is going to be unique because she's not only going to be the largest ship ever, and trying to remember her tonnage. I don't recall, but slightly larger than Symphony of the Seas. She'll be carrying, I think, just under 7,000 passengers at double occupancy, which is insane. A lot lower because usually not all those berths will be filled. And of course, she won't be filled to capacity on the Maiden anyway. Also this week, celebrity ships started returning to Key West. Just this weekend, Millennium, Constellation, and Apex started calling on Key West again. Previously, I think only NCL was calling there as far as larger vessels. And that's there's a thing, some people in Key West don't want cruise ships there, and I certainly respect their decisions. People who live there, then the state said they can't do that because they don't own the port. And there's a lot of back and forth. You know, I can appreciate the perspective of people that live there. You know, I hope everyone manages to strike an agreement that works out for everyone. But I love cruising to Key West because I won't drive to Key West.
Because you won't drive there. You refuse
Brandon,
to drive
4
there.
days till Brilliance of the Seas. Brilliance was the second to last ship or the last ship that we sailed before the industry shut down for a while. It was back in either January or February of 2020 that we did that out of Tampa. By the way, I mentioned the upcoming group cruise. I'll give you guys a little more details. July 3rd, we're going to be on Scarlet Lady's Virgin Voyages. We've sailed Scarlet Lady now 3 times and absolutely love her. So we want to show off that experience to you guys. And there's a lot of hidden things, sort of intentionally hidden almost, on Virgin Voyages. So we'd love for you guys to join us July 3rd on Scarlet Lady. It's 5 nights. We're going to be going to Coast Maya and Beach Club at Bimini. If you're wondering what that is, check out our YouTube channel. We've got a whole video on the Beach Club at Bimini. It's an exclusive destination for use when Virgin is in port. Really gorgeous facility. We like spending time there quite a bit. And you can go to virginvoyagesgroupcruise.com for more information about that sailing. And in fact, I will plug this hard because this is true. If you book before, I think if you book by February 15th, you can get up to $300 on board spend. In addition to other things that we'll be doing, other freebies, incentives, and perks for booking with the group. But that's a big one, up to $300 in onboard spend if you book by February 15th. VirginVoyagesGroupCruise.com for more info there.
That'll be the most fun. I know. Why not, Brandon? You should come.
Brandon, I'm tired of Brandon's excuses. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Brandon kind of surprised us on Edge. Now I just expect him to be there.
To be on every ship we ever board.
Time.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, I'm going to flip the camera on and we'll check for another ship coming in a moment. There's one thing I want to talk about, one bit of news that I thought was very, very interesting and important for people to understand. I wonder if that's just a silhouette of us. Nah, as long as I keep my head there, I'm good.
Hold on, am I okay?
So the other day during an earnings call, Royal Caribbean Group CEO Jason Liberty, the new CEO of RCG, replacing Fane, who retired. He had a lot of numbers that they have on earnings calls, but this set of numbers I thought was especially interesting. Said that since the restart of cruising, Royal Caribbean Group, so that means for a while they're Asmara, but they don't own Asmara anymore. So Silver Sea, Royal Caribbean International, and Celebrity Cruises. Just those lines carried 1.3 million guests since the return of cruising, with 2,500 positive cases on board. That is a positivity rate of 0.19%.
Yeah.
You don't have that at home, guys. So I wanted to call that out because that was such a remarkable number. And I know folks are asking frequently about what it's like to be cruising. Yeah, need to be vaccinated, need some testing, masks. It depends on the sailing. I think we're probably going to see some of that going away very soon. But man, cruising is definitely a lot safer than being on land, at least where we are. Odyssey's on the way out. Doug, thank you for checking. I appreciate that.
Good.
Brandon, I know what Brandon's getting for Rismahana Kwanzaa. Look at that. I have multiple Googlers today, Francis and Doug. Thank you guys. Appreciate you keeping an eye over on marine traffic or whatever app you're using. Turning around now, I do see a silhouette of Odyssey. I don't see Silhouette. That's a different ship. She's somewhere else. I see a silhouette of Odyssey of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's newest ship, not counting Wonder, which just left the shipyard. And again, we'll be on her maiden. Odyssey, we've actually been on twice. We loved sailing Odyssey.
Really
it's kind of, what's funny to me is that ship represents so many things that I don't necessarily look for in a ship, and yet just came together so well. I love
that ship. Yeah.
That we had a great time.
It's really, I don't know that it's as much.
Googler and shame, but Googler and shame with a really nice shirt coming. I think that's the message.
I don't know if it's so many things that we don't look for in the ship. I feel like, I don't know. It's not like an Oasis class where there's just like a lot of really cool stuff that seems like it's more for other people to me. Like,
I mean, I feel like on an Oasis class ship and on Quantum class, which is what Odyssey of the Seas is, you have the Quantum Ultra.
Yeah.
Minor differences. You have. Royal Caribbean's looking to be something for everyone, right? And there's definitely a market for that. That's a great thing. That's fantastic when we're going with a big group of friends.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be on Oasis of the Seas in 2 months with a group of friends.
Yeah.
And Matt. Yeah. That's fantastic. I love that. We, however, when it's just Luris and I, we don't need all that stuff, right? We don't need those rock walls. We don't need the surf simulator.
Yeah.
But Larissa did the skydive simulator.
I like that. Yeah, I had done it on
Check out the live blog. There's a funny picture of her face, like.
Yeah, it makes everybody look like a chipmunk, but it's cool.
You're a beautiful chipmunk.
It's a lot of fun though, and I have done it on land. The ones on land you can go a little higher, and the instructor lets you go a little more, but. It was still really cool to do that at sea. Brandon, you would love 270. That venue 270, was incredible. The shows.
The show the main show in 270. The other fun events they do in 270. Those are all great. The way there's so many hidden things in that venue. Just like I ended up working from there for a lot of the 2 weeks that we sailed on the ship, and I'd be sitting there on my laptop, and then I'd be like, wait a second. During the show, didn't like somebody come out of that part of the not like the stage. I mean, like the house. Really cool venue and just gorgeous. You know what I like in 270? And so, Brandon, make sure you do this.
The food.
Cafe 270 is great.
Yeah.
This relates actually.
Yeah.
When you go to Coco Cay.
I don't know, Brandon, about that. Well, go ahead. Sorry, I'm looking at this.
When you when you go to Coco Cay, in the morning, go to Cafe 270 and for breakfast. And the reason is they usually back the ship in. So you have these 270 degrees. I don't know where that name came from. This great panoramic view of Coco, including the sign, the Coco Cay sign, and it's just the most picturesque, gorgeous view. It's beautiful, and they have good food there for breakfast and lunch.
Yes, they do.
Wrong thing. I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Cafe 270 better than Eden. For me, no. I think they're very different venues. I understand why people compare them.
It's the location
they're
and the
multi-purpose.
windows.
They're the panoramic view, all that stuff. I like Eden more, but I think that many people, including you, perhaps, will like 270 more.
Well, I don't know, because the truth is that I don't know that Brendan really got to experience Eden in the more immersive way that we did in the beginning, and I don't know how much that's coming back, because that was when they had that specific Eden show. That's different now on Apex, and I think what they're bringing.
Yeah, I enjoyed the entertainment in Eden on Apex, but it was different. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do on Beyond, and maybe some of you can join us on Beyond when she first gets over to North America and check that out.
Yeah, from what we've kind of heard so far, it's going to be a combination of things that could be really interesting.
Here's the thing with Beyond, Celebrity Beyond, along with what's the fourth Ed series? Pardon me.
Ooh. It was Edge, Apex, Beyond.
Ascent.
Ascend.
Ascent?
With a T?
One of the two. So Beyond is longer, has an extra deck, much larger retreat area, has an additional restaurant, all sorts of things. They're really upping the game, which is wild to me, because we went on Apex and we're like, oh, these minor changes were really impressive. The photos of Coco Cay from Windjam are awesome. It doesn't look real. I love those moments when you're on a ship and whether it's what you're looking at on the ship or off the ship, you're just like, this super like this looks like a catalog. Like somebody touched up my reality. Who has airbrushed my reality? All right, Odyssey of the Seas. We're going to spin the camera on in just a second here, because Odyssey is coming right up.
What are you doing with
this touchscreen interface? I'm really having trouble with.
You have to hit show again. Yeah, you selected.
Hello, Ray. Thank you for joining. Thank all of you guys for joining, wherever you're joining from. Again, this is being simulcast on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on all those things, but especially subscribe on YouTube. We've got some new videos just in the last couple weeks and more exciting stuff to come. It'd mean the world to us if you guys subscribed. The Beyond changes up the game for suites, though, not for the common folk. I don't think that's. I understand you're saying, because they're doing a lot of big things in retreat, and your point with that part is valid. But there's a whole new restaurant. The Martini Bar in the Grand Plaza is different. The Grand Plaza is larger.
Yeah.
And the Martini Bar is going to be out in the center, but they're still going to have the cool chandelier type thing. Sunset Bar is like way cooler.
Way better.
I mean, oh my God, it's night and day. It doesn't even look like the same thing.
Rooftop Garden, some like really nice changes.
Nice changes of shade. There's an infinity pool
at rooftop.
Like cantilever,
it's
sort
a
of
lot.
infinity pool rooftop.
Oh, and now he's saying be right back, so he didn't even hear any of that. But we'll talk about it later.
I'm gonna flip the camera around, because Odyssey of the Seas is coming out right over here. Jason, very festive shirt. Thank you.
Sure, it's getting lots of comments.
Yeah, Brandon, who just said he'll be right back. He seems to like it. The shirt's very him. So, I think
but to
Santa
be fair,
might
Jason didn't say he liked it. He just said it was very festive.
I said there were a lot of comments.
Yeah.
I didn't say everyone is mentioning the shirt is praising it. Ray, that's right. Captain Kate is going to be the master of Beyond. I kind of knew that was coming for a few reasons. One of them being that with Edge and Apex spending time away from North America, and cats having nothing to do with quarantine, COVID rather, cats need to be quarantined. I knew she was going to be moving. That's one of the reasons. Join late. Are we going to be on Beyond in a suite? We'll be on Beyond for sure. Will we be in a suite? I have no idea. I kind of doubt it unless there's a real deal. But we'll find out. So there is the Horn-On Odyssey of the Seas. Odyssey of the Seas Quantum Ultra class ship. We sold her twice already. She's brand new. She's only been out for several months. But man, we liked her so much the first time that we booked again to come back just a few weeks after our first sailing. She's really just, I think, the best of what Royal has to offer. But we'll see how I feel about that in a month when we're on Wonder of the Seas, brand new ship from, which is a different kind of Oasis class ship, because Wonder was built for the Asian market and has some new features that look pretty exciting, actually. Odyssey of the Seas, I believe she's had a Roatan, Cozumel, and Coco Cay. Again, a lot of changes lately, so hard to keep track.
Yeah.
Comes in at about a little under 170,000 gross tons, carrying a maximum of 4,900 passengers and around 1,600 crew.
What's the thing at the top called again that we did? North Star? Is it North Star?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, just looking at my notes here. We've got live blogs from Odyssey of the Seas, Odyssey of the Seas sailings, lots of videos and stuff. I can do a hyperlapse video tour. So if you say, wow, I'd love to see what Odyssey of the Seas looks like, but I only have like 4 minutes, Billy. Oh, good news. Head over to our YouTube channel and check out, if you look at the playlist for ship tours, scroll down just a little bit and you'll see our hyperlapse ship tour of that ship right there, Odyssey of the Seas. Meanwhile, Jason is getting a different shirt. Jason's getting a It's Not a Boat shirt.
Oh.
Ray, we are going to be on Wonder of the Seas. We were scheduled to be on her maiden voyage in a month.
Yep. Very excited about that ship.
Brandon, book it, man. Let me know when you book Odyssey. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe we'll jump on with you.
Another work for
The internet was good, and yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let us know. Actually, that's why we sailed on her twice, because the first time we realized that the internet was so good that we didn't have to take vacation time, and there was a good price on the Halloween sailing.
Yeah, it was Halloween. There are some great deals to be had out there across all lines.
And it was really easy to
Francis,
say, okay,
what's going on with Eurodam? Said something at the beginning. Yeah, Eurodam, she's just behind us, and she had some Azipod issues. I know she had some Azipod issues a couple weeks ago that they thought they resolved in Bahamas. I guess not. So last I heard is the captain had asked for a pilot at 5:30. That was 4 minutes ago. I haven't heard if they're still on track for that or if things got delayed further. John, fantastic.
Are we definitely going? Because I feel like he keeps saying it.
Booked.
We're booked. Yeah, we are booked.
Well, I was actually I actually found out my stay removed because we got our travel agent. Shout out to Net at Touring Plans Travel. Check out cruisehabit.com/touring plans. They are a sponsor, but also Annette has helped me plan my trips for many, many years. Yep. Annette texted me. She said, "Hey, good news! You're getting you're paying $500 less, and you're moving from an inside to a Central Park balcony." Like, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so that might actually make it. Well, we have to see just what the internet situation is. That's kind of where we're waiting to.
Brandon with all the good style today. He likes the shirt I'm wearing. He's buying an It's Not a Boat shirt for his brother-in-law. Michelle, Han America canceled some Alaskan sailings. Do I know why? You know what? I don't. I don't know why. And that's just, if this was 2 years ago, it was easy to keep track of. Oh, there were some cancellations. Here's why. And now things are getting moved around so much, partially because of COVID reasons, but also partially because now they have this backup of, we have new ships coming in and just fleet adjustments. And it's crazy times, but it's a great time to cruise. So I don't know why, but I hope everyone gets to sail where they want to sail. I'd love to get back to Alaska. I thought we were going to do that this year, and we failed. But like I said, checking out some river cruise options for maybe later in the year. So we'll be doing something hopefully very different in the second half of 2022, and that's pretty exciting.
We watched so many river cruise videos last night that I had a dream I was on a river cruise. But I'm definitely excited about it.
It's going to be so interesting because, like, I know nothing about river cruising, guys. Like, once in a while, one of you fine people will write in and ask about river cruising. I'm like, oh, those are cruises, and they're on smaller vessels and they're in rivers. Because it's a whole different game. But I'm learning a lot, and I can't wait to experience it and share with you guys. Jason, not even close. And there are two reasons for this. One, lines have capped capacities because they don't want to fill ships right now. Well, I mean, I'm sure they want to, but you know what I mean. Just for health and safety reasons. The other big reason is quite simply that most people book a cruise, a year out, 2 years out, right? And when because of all the changes, the cruises that are sailing now in many cases weren't even available to book a year or two ago, or even if they were, people thought, well, I don't know if that's actually going to happen. So even if there's 100% capacity, and even if every single person was fully comfortable cruising, which, to be honest, you probably should be, because as we covered, way lower positivity rates than on land.
Really?
Way lower. Even if all that was the case, you still wouldn't see ships filling up because people just haven't had enough time to plan their trips.
Yeah.
That year or two lead time. That happens not just for cruising, but for most international recreational travel.
Galapagos, Brandon.
Brandon, that is it is so nice that you would offer to pay for us
I know.
to go to the Galapagos with you.
Oh, you're such good friends. Yeah, I mean, that's something definitely would love to do at some point, but we're looking at river cruises now, so let's wait.
Checking for 2023 group cruises. I've had a lot of questions from mostly Brandon every day. No, I've had a lot of questions from folks about 2023 group cruises, because I know this next group cruise, Virgin Voyages groupcruise.com, check it out, July 3rd, is kind of last minute. We're kind of playing catch up, right? Because now the ball is rolling again. So we're going to be announcing another group cruise probably for the second half of this year, or the first couple months of 2023, and then after that, the 2023. So it's coming. Be patient. I know everyone. A lot of people like to plan stuff further in advance, and that makes it hard. So we will reconcile that. However, for anyone who wants to check out Virgin Voyages, July 3rd, virginvoyagesgroupcruise.com. Again, if you book by the 15th of February, you get up to $300 to spend on board, in addition to all the other perks of cruising with us, including the ability to tell me what you're tired of me talking about in person.
Yeah, see, if you really miss us, Brandon, you should book the Wonder inaugural. Let us make sure we're going.
John, we're booked.
We're going, okay.
John knows how to get things done.
Oh, and Jason, I assure you, I'm not like trying to look cool or anything. It's strictly for sun protection, but thank you. I'll take it.
I have no idea why Robert Lassoff just said mustard.
I don't either.
What might have happened? What might have been said? I have no idea.
Yeah, if you could please clarify, Robert. I'm curious. Let's see.
I don't know how she's doing it, Brandon, because I want to retire like years ago.
I know. And you're like, if you're retired, I'd want to retire immediately. Like, there's no way it's
the perks of cruising with Bill and Larissa are real. So here, I will tell you, one, it's just fun cruising with friends. I was so delighted to cruise with Brennan and Kathy, and Annette and Tracy. And then on the Apex group cruise, oh my God, with Mike and Chris, and we had Craig and Kim and Annette and almost Tracy. We just had such a great time cruising with friends. But there are other reasons. Now, we're still ironing out what some of those perks are going to be for the Scarlet Lady group cruise in July. But I will tell you that in addition to the financial incentives that there are with the group, including that $300 offer right now, in addition to that, there will be other things. So to give you an idea, I can tell you on Apex, we did specialty dining for everyone. We did a group excursion, and there were lots of other little treats too. So there will be things. We'll work out those details. Robert with the dad jokes today.
Well, Matt's not here, so someone's got to.
Ray, do I know when Beyond comes to Fort Lauderdale? I believe, is it the end of October? With October-ish. I don't have that date in front of me. I apologize. I just don't remember. It is around October.
Brandon, I'll have you know, Brandon, that Chris actually really enjoyed Earth. I assume that's what you're talking about. So I have one
Maybe
convert.
the problem is you.
No.
Seriously, it is a really weird
Chris is
drink.
the only other
It's not
person
my
I've
favorite.
met that enjoys that drink other than me. So, yeah, whatever. I hope it doesn't go away because nobody seems to like it.
Robert, I have a solution for you. Guess what we're going to do on July 3rd? You ready? Is it a 7-night? No, because the Scarlet Lady. Scarlet Lady's not doing 7 nights right now. But you know, some of their other ships are going to. We're going to be on for 10 nights because we are going to stay on for the July 8th as well. We're doing back to back. So 10 nights, better than 7, different ports. Come, hang out. It'll be fun. And I can tell you from experience, we've been on Scarlet Lady for 14 nights in total now. You are not going to see it all in 5 nights. So don't think like, yeah, but the ship was made for shorter sailing, so it's going to be repetitive.
It's not.
Dining alone, you're going to need 10 nights.
And there's so much to do activity-wise. Like, you've missed some stuff, you know, in the first leg that you can catch in the second one. It'll work. It's and it's opposite itineraries also. So you do go to Bimini Beach Club on both, but
you want to.
That's
the other amazing.
Yeah, you want to, because again, Bimini's another place where there's just so many simultaneous things happening, and you can go and have a relaxing day, or you can do like the We Run This Beach, which is like a kind of.
My back made a funny noise.
We thought Billy really hurt himself, but he turned out okay. That was that tug of war tiebreaker. So you're not very.
It's a preview, so I'm going to flip this around real quick. I wish I could zoom. Doing this other way, I can't zoom. That's a bummer. But there's Odyssey of the Seas, and then the other. Oh, I thought. Hang on. I thought she left Anchorage. Let me bring up marine traffic real quick. See what's going on out there. Also, because I want to see, just to check for Eurodown, make sure that she's not on the move.
Everything gets so delayed. I'm worried that it's going to be dark before.
Brandon, you guys are better folks than we are, but thank you very much. I miss cruising with you guys. Summit's still there. They said I thought Summit told the harbor master that she was going to Anchorage, or that she was leaving Anchorage. New Amsterdam is apparently inbound. That's interesting. So I believe that ship right there is Holland America's New Amsterdam inbound.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I was looking at that before I came out here.
Ray, so I'm curious. One, I guess it depends on what you mean by small. I mean, I think Scarlet Lady is 110,000 gross tons, so similar in size to the Caribbean Princess that we saw leave a little bit ago, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, what's Caribbean Princess? Yeah, 113. What is the downside of a 110,000 gross ton ship for you? If what you're comparing to in your head are ships that were built when 110,000 gross ton ships were more common, well, this is a brand new ship. To me, it just means less walking around the ship, which is nice. Some of my favorite ships are.
Robert, Seashore, that's awesome. And actually, he mentioned the yacht club a little later too. We did yacht club for the first time in Marivilia and loved it. Like that was.
I wouldn't mind doing another MSC. I realize MSC is very polarizing, and there are things that like any line. There are things that they do well, and things that I wish they do differently. But man, there's really good value prop in yacht club.
Yeah, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like most things about it. MSC, I really, really like that line.
Oops, Francis, where'd it go? Sorry, I missed the comment. But Francis, yeah, I thought Summit was leaving Anchorage. That's why I was confused. Like comparing to Royal ships are bigger. Yeah, I mean, my only point is, it's not as if you're comparing Brilliance, which is a ship I like, but is quite different than the larger Royal Caribbean ships, to an Oasis class, right?
I don't know if he was
There's
talking
more
about the
than
suites
just,
being larger on Yacht Club. No? Okay, sorry.
There's more than just size difference there. They're just materially different ships. And my point is, Scarlet Lady is an extremely modern ship with a lot of really cool things, but in a package that isn't huge. And, you know, hey, for some people, that's a deal breaker. I personally, I rather enjoy being on a ship that I don't have to kind of walk around as much. We love it. Jill, hello. Caught us live, and you're probably catching us going off the air in a second here, but I'm glad you jumped in. Catching up here. Brandon wants to try MSC. We'll let you know when I do when we do another MSC.
Yeah, I think
Robert,
like
you
it.
got the Royal Suite. I've not seen in person any of the Yacht Club suites other than the like regular, what do they call them, deluxe Yacht Club suites. You know, the regular ones. Jason, do I think Disney pumped the brakes on Wish because they're worried about making money on their sailings? No. I listen. There have been a lot of shipyard delays. I don't think. While every company cares about revenue on this, and Disney, of course, does, the per diems that Disney charges, they're probably among the most profitable lines. We don't have the same type of clarity because the way that Disney does their P&Ls, but I don't think they're hesitant. I think they're much more upset. The financial impact of pushing back 6 weeks was pretty negative for them because they're offering refunds and 50% off future cruises and stuff. For that 6-week delay. And if that was the case, it would have pushed back longer than 6 weeks. So what I can tell you, Jason, is we're going to be on board with Touring Plans, with our friends at Touring Plans. Actually, with Len and Jim are doing a group for their show on Disney Wish, and we'll be there. I think it's September. I should probably write about that. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that that group is actually full. Like, it got that big. New Amsterdam headed in. Yeah, I didn't even realize that she was coming in. I don't know why she's coming in, but
Stop complaining about the size of this ship. I don't know. I'm not.
Robert, I just mean. No, I don't mean even like that. I just mean to the point that, like, when I'm walking down a long hallway on an Oasis class ship, because like my room's all the way forward, and you know I was somewhere like at the boardwalk.
Stumbling down a long hallway.
Stumbling, either one, yeah. I just go, I don't need all the stuff that's taking up space on here. But also, I'll always find something to complain about.
Wow.
Eurodam on the Port Everglades schedule now for 10. So I guess that 5:30 thing did not work out. Robert, that's exactly the type of comment that I would expect to hear from you. Jay Spiegel, yeah, you saw a report. 2 German shipyards declared bankruptcy due to Genting going under. Yeah, Genting has stake in a couple shipbuilders. I want to say they might own one smaller yard outright, and then another one or two they just have stake in. There are going to be all sorts of repercussions from the Genting thing. Now, in a lot of cases, it's just going to be stuff changing hands, right? Or staying under their name, but after some sort of restructuring. I'm not an expert in these laws, but I mean, you know, Bimini World Resort, for example, is not going anywhere. That's a very popular place that can command high prices. That's not going anywhere. Same with a lot of these big casinos that Genting, casinos and resorts that Genting owns. Jason, I'm looking very forward to sailing Wish for a couple reasons. I mean, one, simply being that it's been a long time since we were on DCL. I think probably has been like 7 years since we're on DCL. Oh.
When was the last time?
I don't remember.
Was it the one we did after our wedding? No,
I don't remember. But it's definitely been a while.
Time, yeah.
So.
Broadcast sailings now. Yeah, this is weird.
Oh, I see
right?
what you're saying. I didn't understand for a second.
Yeah,
because usually I'm not the kind of person that would ever wake up early enough, as Brandon and others know, to catch a sail in.
Yeah.
You know, the last time I saw a ship sailing in that I recall, I think it was actually when Michael Poole was getting married. I think it was his wedding cruise. Wasn't there like a medical emergency? And it was, and I happened to be in the area. I heard the ship was coming in, and I drove over here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I think it was.
So we need to go in a second because this closes at sundown, but we'll give it a moment as New Amsterdam gets closer. I just don't know how long they're going to take because they might, I don't know if the pilot's there yet or what the deal is.
I like that ship. New Amsterdam. We had a really good time.
Yeah, New Amsterdam was the first Holland America ship that we sailed, and we keep saying it. I've been saying it for years now, and I just keep not doing it. I don't know why. I want to go check her out, whether it's for sailing, ideally, but even just for the day. Because the week after we sailed her, and our impression of that ship was, oh my God, she's pretty,
Beautiful.
she's well maintained, she's functional. But the week after we got off, she went in for a refit to have like major work done to her. So I'm curious, what's
Oh, it wasn't that sailing that you got the sailing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The full thingy.
I kind of forgot that was that happened. I
Wedding
just had a
cruise.
vague memory. I think it was cold or rainy or both or something when I was out here for that.
I don't remember. Was I here? I don't think I was here.
I don't know. I feel like I might have been like walking around a store somewhere and someone said that the ship was coming in and I drove over here. Like maybe I broadcast the sail a ways earlier and I hadn't gone back up north yet.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Ray, I'll tell you, it is so nice being back out here to see the ships. I mean,
It's beautiful right now.
Again, there's a wide lens on here, and unfortunately, the new way I'm streaming is not letting me change and zoom in. But there's Odyssey, there's New Amsterdam, there's Silhouette, or Summit. Sorry. It's lovely here. Now, what's interesting, the jetty is still closed, has been for several years because of the hurricane that messed it up. But they moved the ropes. It used to be they didn't let you go any further than those rocks over there. So I used to have to set up on those rocks to get a nice view. Look at the colors on the sky. That's pretty. You know what we could do for a longer lens? So we're going to, you know what, guys? We're going to do a little tech experiment here. We'll do it live.
So what are we doing?
As we wait for New Amsterdam to come in.
Oh, Brandon,
Cruise Habit
awesome
meetup.
idea. We should do it here in the park while it's still cool out.
So I like the idea of while it's still cool out.
Yeah.
Disney to Holland, too many kids, too many courses.
You know what, Robert? You cruise Royal though, and honestly, I don't think that on Disney ships I've felt that there were as many children generally around.
I know that sounds nuts, but I think it's because DCL has so many adult-only areas and so many kids-only areas that except for the rotational dining, it's really easy to avoid kids because trust me, that's
and when you do a specialty dining, their specialty restaurants actually don't allow children, so it's kind of interesting. So I was like, we went for a stretch where we did DCL a lot, and people were all like, "How are you guys doing that? You don't have kids, and like aren't kids around everywhere?" And compared to other mass market lines, it's really not as much as you'd think.
Bear with me, guys. I'm looking away from this
adult-only
screen
stuff
for just a moment here. Because we're going to try something fancy. Because I want to be able to zoom. Open the link that I just sent your phone numbers.
How did you send it? It's not...
Sorry, I just Facebook.
Oh, sorry.
How's the Disney drink package? Yeah, there is one. That is one downside for some people.
But the drink prices aren't crazy, though. At least not what I remember.
Robert,
I don't know. No,
I doubt that, but I'd be interesting to see the two of you go at the challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Robert.
Yeah, Disney does not do drink packages. And interestingly, Virgin doesn't, but it actually works out not terribly, I found, because for one, their drink prices are just quite reasonable.
Well,
and there are a
lot
of
where you can prepay.
Yeah, there's a lot of different promotions that go on so that you prepay for some of your drinks and you get like bonus money. And that's why I said you book by February 15th and you'll get extra bonus money on the group cruise. You can walk away with up to $300 for drinks. Brandon, good thing you don't drink. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, right.
So we're just waiting on Holland America's New Amsterdam to come in.
What's happening?
Let's try opening this in Chrome. I'm going to try and give you guys a different view in a moment. I have no idea if this is going to work.
Oh, Robert, so you have sailed DCL before then. I think I missed that somehow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. To me, with the kids thing, I didn't At least back when we used to sail. I don't know how things have changed because, like Billy said, it's been probably 7 years or something since we did our last Disney cruise.
Let's see. Oh, there we are over there.
I'm a little bit wondering if. Oh, is that going to be echoey?
I'm turning the audio off so it's not echoey. Go ahead. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to do funky here.
While you do that, can I put a comment on the screen? Robert, yeah, I'm a little bit wondering if they're going to change that because I know that they've been listening to feedback pretty closely since the Mermaiden voyage that we were on, and some things have already changed based on guest feedback. And I would imagine a lot of people have complained about not having that option because, especially with everything else being included, it's a little odd that they wouldn't do drink packages.
Look what we did here.
Ah.
Is it working? Why isn't the other view changing?
Please stand by. Thank you, Jim. Hang on, let's see.
Jill. Oh, it's Jill.
Oh, it's Jill. I thought it was Jim. Sorry, I misread.
We're
Thank you, Jill. Yeah.
Getting awkwardly close to a tiny screen here. Robert, if you remind me some other time, I will go on a rant about Steve Harvey. Not on the air.
Yeah, Billy's not a fan. Sorry.
I'm not. Sorry. Now we're just playing away for New Amsterdam. I'm trying. I've wanted to try out this feature for a while.
My face is in the camera now. What's happening?
Okay, we'll go back to just one for now.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Shake for champagne, dance for drink packages.
Yes.
So I'll tell you, the shake for champagne thing, it's the one thing that I found that didn't quite work well, but it also didn't matter. It's novel. We used it several times, and it generally worked. But there were times that you were just like waiting, and then you're like, why am I waiting 10 minutes? There's like a bar 12 feet away. I can just be like, hey, excuse me, can I please have a bottle of champagne? So it's a novel feature, but I don't know that it really matters. Now, what's going to be very interesting is there going to be updates to Ship Eats soon. Ship Eats are that's what they call the room service on Virgin voyages, and I suspect, I don't know this, but I suspect that the update to Ship Eats, or one of the updates, will involve being able to order food to anywhere you are on the ship. And why that's going to be cool is because their room service is top notch. Virgin Voyages room service is better than any room service I've had on a cruise ship. You can order some things that are right off the restaurant menus. So, oh man, I love that dish that I had 2 nights ago. I wish I could have that sitting here in bed or at the desk, whatever. Cool, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Red Stripe, you can get Red Stripe. The service, the service in general, but including the bar service, is really incredible.
Yeah, but you can't shake for Red Stripe though.
I mean, ask. I'll be like, hey, that guy with the cool shirt, when he walks up here later, he's going to ask for Red Stripe. Tell him he's got to shake first. That's what we'll do.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we'll do. I'll give you one great example of the drink service on Virgin, service in general on Virgin that I like. We tried Shake for Champagne. We're in Groupie, which is a private karaoke lounge, a set of private karaoke lounges. It was taking a little while, and I thought Champagne bar's right there. They gotta make it so you don't have to wait when this happens, because it doesn't always. Sometimes.
Yeah, we don't know where the champagne.
So I walked over and I said, "Hey, can I just get a bottle of champagne? We're over in Groupie." And they said, "Oh, absolutely. How many glasses?" So they brought it. They brought it around the corner into a different room, into our specific karaoke room that we'd reserved. They brought us an ice cold bottle of champagne, glasses. They checked back in on us. They took away empties. They took further orders. All of a sudden, like, we had like a butler.
We were like, we were
in the
getting
karaoke room. It was crazy.
And it was just us and 2 friends, and that was it. So,
Pam, what's the age range that sells on Virgin generally? So, we're still waiting for the dust to settle, right? They're still finding their place. People are still trying them out. I will say that everyone thought they were going to be a lot younger than they are. And I say, you know what? That's aspirational marketing. If you want, you generally, for adults, you show people that are younger than you're targeting. For kids, you show people that are older. It's a wide age range. There are certainly some people in their 20s and 30s. There are a lot of people. I saw folks in their 70s and 80s. It was a genuinely wide range. We'll see how that
it
that settles over time. But it was a genuinely wide range. There were two things that I heard people freaking out about before Virgin started sailing. One was the pool, not even noticing that there's another pool, but that's beside the point. So one was the size of the pool. I heard people complaining before the ship sailed. And the other complaint that I heard was, oh, it's not for people like me. And you know what I didn't hear anyone say when they were on board? I didn't hear anyone on the ship complain about the size of the pool.
No.
Or say that the line wasn't for them. So it's just interesting. I think it's new and different that, people look at the ads and say, is this too different? So wide age range. Did it skew younger than, let's say, Holland America? Oh, certainly.
But
but I would say probably if you correct for the lack of children, because it's 18 and up only.
Yeah.
If you correct for the lack of children, I would say that it's probably similar to Royal.
Yeah, but what you got to think about too is that
maybe even younger.
I think it might be younger because we're like if you take out children and just do the averages of that, I think it might skew a little younger. The first two sailings that we did were still a lot of travel agents and like industry people.
And then the third was a holiday sailing.
Well, the third was a holiday sailing, but remember, the third one was remarkably younger, I thought.
So I think in addition to our July sailings on the 3rd and the 8th, I suspect that we'll end up being back on Virgin again before that, just because I would like to. I do want to call out, because I love alliterations. Jamie, rock out for Red Stripe. Alliteration. Yes, man, I'm a sucker for good alliteration. And if you ever see a terribly written headline on a live blog, it's because I'm trying to make some sort of pun, reference, or alliteration. My favorite was still strawberry. Was it strawberry pancake alarm clock? That wasn't a pun. That was a reference. But I try and do fun things.
Yeah, you do.
Love the view of the ship coming in as well. I'll tell you, I'd love to live in one of those places, except I don't want to live in this area. I like where I live, but man, it'd be nice to be in that building, right?
If only we had a port, like a real one, where cruise ships sail out of. We have a few docks. But
all right, guys, I think that's going to do it for today. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us here. Let me flip the camera around so we can say a proper goodbye.
Yeah.
So thank you, guys.
Did I just step on your foot? I'm sorry.
I have on sandals. Larissa has on like combat boots. I don't know. Who knows? Who she thought we were going to the Normandy and not Fort Lauderdale.
I just on my feet in school outside. So.
It's fine. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate all of you for coming out, for commenting, for talking ship with us. Remember to subscribe over on YouTube and follow us on social media. We're going to have more information coming out about Virgin, but also lots of other stuff. I'm working on another thing now having to do with the way cruising used to be, and it's going to involve some things that you guys maybe haven't thought of. I'm not talking just about like skeet shooting. I'm talking about some real different things that we don't see on cruise anymore. So look forward to putting that article out in the coming days over on Cruise Habit. If there's something you want to see, some question you have, something you want to learn more about, reach out in the comments on social media, on the site, or fill out the contact form on the site. I'd love to make it happen for you. I couldn't possibly combat boot shame. I would no longer be married.
That's so true.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a wonderful last couple hours of the weekend, wonderful week ahead, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon. Check out virgincruise.com.